right, we're talking about warm weather cheapies, clone fragrances on a budget. We'll start out with this Odyssey Aqua from Armaf. It's a clone of Invictus Platinum from Paco Rabanne. Really good clone of it too. Get you into that scent DNA, you know, it's 85% close. It's there. It's a little more synthetic, and the original one's synthetic, but this is even a little more synthetic than that. But I like it. This thing is a projection beast and longevity beast, and it can get cloying really easily in hot weather. So performance is almost too good on this. Keep the sprays down on this, or it will be cloying, which that's a good thing to me. You know, I like just a couple sprays and I'm good. It's sweet, fresh, like I said, synthetic. A lot of green notes in this and fruity. You're going to get some the absinthe note that's in the original. You're not quite picking that one up as much in the this Odyssey Aqua edition. I pick up more of that note in the real thing, but nice grapefruit, lavender. A lot of really nice mint in this one too, just like the original. Patchouli and cypress. Yeah, just a well-blended fragrance. A little orange off the top too for some freshness, some artemisia, a little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of lavender you pick up too, but and the mint note and the citric notes off the top are really what make this. And then at the base, obviously, you got some ambroxan, patchouli, and cypress to kind of like green it out and give it a base. And yeah, just performance beast. Really works good in the air. Like it smells a little bit cheap if you put your nose right on where you spray it on skin, but out in the air, it really works nice. So yeah, great fragrance. And this is kicking off this list with a bang. Supernova Cologne, which is a clone of Elysium Parfum Cologne from Roja Parfums. And the original and this is a straight up Vincent banger. Love this fragrance. Love the original. I love this version of it. This version of it is pretty close. It gets you, 80, 85% closer. Some nuances difference. It smells, not quite as nice when you do a side by side, but the performance is much better on this. This one performs way better. When you spray them on, it's projecting longer and stronger. And yeah, it just really blows the other one away. The other one's okay performance, not the greatest, but this is really good performance for this type of fragrance. These fresh citrusy fragrances like this aren't built to go on forever. They're going to burn off. But yeah, this is a super nice fragrance. The original is just this ultra classy, masculine fragrance, but it's still real easy to wear and real mass-pleasing type scent profile. But it's so complex too, with a ton of great notes. Sort of like a modern citrus fougere style. I love wearing this. I'm always in a good mood. I never get tired of this. I've worn this Elysium DNA over and over again, and every time I wear it, it's like, man, I still love this. I just don't get tired of it. Yeah, so it's like fresh, citrus, fruity, woody. Ton of notes, but you'll get a lot of grapefruit freshness off the top with the lime, bergamot, lemon. You'll get some lavender, some blackcurrant you'll pick up. You'll pick up some florals. There's some wood, some juniper berry, a little bit of like a leather note at the base. Really nice fragrance, and just with all these notes blended, it just comes out so well-rounded and so versatile. Great job on the original. It's masterpiece perfumery to me, and good job on Dua for replicating it to, on a budget. And yeah, this is a straight-up Vincent banger. Gano Forever Blue from Fragrance World is Light Blue Forever from Dolce & Gabbana, and this is 80-85% close. Right when you spray it in the beginning, it's a little synthetic, and for 10 or 15 seconds, it definitely doesn't smell as good as the other one. But after like 30 seconds or so, it starts mellowing out, and they get pretty close, and it stays pretty close throughout the life of it. Performance isn't great on neither of them, really. These kind of fragrances aren't meant to perform a whole lot, but you get this big bottle for, nothing basically compared to the Light Blue Forever prices. And if you have Light Blue, Italian Love, they're very similar. You're going to get the same kind of experience. They're very identical fragrances almost. Well, they're not identical, but there's a lot of similarities. They both have that super realistic grapefruit punch in the beginning. It's kind of like the zest and the rind of it. So it's not like your sweet, grapefruit. It's like the tangy, zesty type of grapefruit note you're going to get blasted with, and I mean blasted in this and Italian Love. But let's just talk about this one. It's citrus, fresh, fruity, aquatic, sweet. There's a grapefruit zest out of the beginning with some bergamot, some ozonic notes, some aquatic type notes, violet leaf. Then it dries out. It's got like a musk, patchouli, and like a dirty vetiver type note. Yeah, this is a great fragrance. This is fun. I get compliments on this a lot. It's a little bit punchy, like I said, from that grapefruit accord. But this is really close to the original, and it's just a fun fragrance to wear on a warmer day. All right, next up is a clone of another fragrance that's a straight up Vincent banger, and this version here is a straight up Vincent certified banger. First up, let's talk about the original Polo Blue. That came out in 2003. That pretty much started the blue fragrance craze. I think Bleu de Chanel was like 7-8 years later. I think Polo Blue was one of the first blue fragrances on the map that actually had blue in the name. And I remember getting bottles of that. And the older formulations, performance was great. But the newer formulations, no go. They're not great. But Dossier Fragrances Aromatic Watermelon has solved that. This has got great performance. Love this version of it too. Really similar to the original DNA. They've amped up the notes a little bit and switched them around just a little bit, ever so slightly. But if you do a side by side, it smells almost identical, but this actually smells better with better performance. This is more like the older formulations back in the day. I went through bottles of this back in the day. So yeah, love this fragrance. It's fresh, aquatic, citrus, synthetic. You get this great cucumber melon note right off the top with the mandarin orange making a real nice citrus tones right out of the gate. And they hang on for a while in this version. There's basil, shades, geranium in the mids. And then at the base you get musk, woods, and a little bit of like a suede note in it. Yeah, this is a Hall of Fame fragrance. Just a really nice watermelon note with real cooling and hydrating marine and ozonic notes, like a green grassiness with orange citrus. Versatile, nice and sweet, kind of like a watermelon mint lemonade type smell to it with this blue background. Yeah, straight up Vincent certified banger, the original Polo Blue. Not the current formulations really because it's too weak, but this version is too. This is straight up Vincent certified banger. All right, next up is Arche Extrait from Fragrance World. It's supposed to be a clone of a La Homme Ariel Platinum Privé from Guerlain. And it's been a long while since I smelled that fragrance. I think this is pretty close based on my memory, but I can't really remember. One thing I do know is like I know how the Guerlain almond note is, and they didn't nail that scent profile down in this. It's missing some of that Guerlain almond note. But either way, this is a really nice fragrance. I really like wearing this. It's not like groundbreaking perfumery. It also smells a lot like a Le Homme Edition Blanche, a lot like that too. I'd say it's could be a clone of that, but I think it's more like the Le Homme Ariel Platinum Privé. It's got grapefruit and bergamot off the top with neroli and almond and some vetiver. Just really nice fragrance and just an easy wear and yeah, just this creamy, citrusy, kind of like in that, I said, that Le Homme Edition Blanche. It's got that creamy, citrusy tone to it, and I really enjoy it. It's really fresh and easy to wear, and right out of the gate, there was no like cheap alcohol smell when I first got it, and I've had it for a month or two now. It smells even better, so I'm going to guess this one's going to just keep getting better. So yeah, this is a nice, easy to wear, dumb reach, fun fragrance for the warmer weather. Next up is Dua His Aspiration Extreme Sport Edition. And this is a Le Homme Sport All Extreme clone, and it's really similar. It's not that far off. There is some of that Chanel quality. You can, some proprietary ingredients they use, you can kind of tell the Chanel when you smell it. You don't quite have that in here, but it does have that to a degree. This is 85% close. Doesn't smell that cheap to me. It doesn't have some of the sandalwood when it dries down that the original has, but it has a lot of the top notes in the mids. The dry down, you can kind of see a difference, but this is a real nice fragrance, the original and this. They did a good job on this. It's a fresh, sweet. There's some citrus, some spices. It's creamy. You get mandarin orange and mint off the top. Some cypress notes and black pepper and clary sage as it starts drying down a little bit. Then when you really get down into it, you get some tonka bean, white musk, and some more of the woods. And really great fragrance. Chanel knocked it out of the park with this fragrance to me. I love this one. It's fresh, creamy, refreshing to me. With that mint profile in it, just kind of makes it just so refreshing to me. And I think Dua did a great job on this one. Love this one. All right, last up is a really good clone of Herba Pura, and it's this Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold Edition. It's almost spot on. This is 95%, I'll say, and it's got a really good performance, just like the original. Both of them got great performance. Fun, fruity, musky, playful scent profile. I love wearing this, and it puts me in a good mood every time I wear it. This is gonna be like a signature scent for me. Love this one. It's got like a bergamot and these green notes off the top, and it's got a lot of like sweet melon notes with pineapple and some amber. And just real tropical like fruits mixed in it, and then it's musky all throughout it, and then as it dries down you get these vanilla woody tones. Pretty unisex. It's unisex right down the middle. Pretty divisive scent too. Seems like you either love it or hate it, and I'm on the love it camp, and this is a really good clone of it. If you could like, subscribe, and comment, that helps the algorithm, and me and Inky really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch.